Blake Shelton is tired of all the rumors.
Blake's like, I gotta talk to you guys, and he made his announcement.
You don't ever get over something like that.
I was in shock because it felt like he was exposing me.
Hey, don't cry. Don't cry.
I had this huge weight on me. I remember driving, just crying my eyes out. I felt like such a loser.
I don't want to remember what I was like. I was a jerk to everybody.
I feel like you don't like me anymore.
Promise me you won't get your hopes up.
Their car crashed into the rear of the stop bus.
And I never saw him look so upset.
Sadly, none of them were wearing seatbelts.
Blake says, next thing I know, I wake up.
Gwen saved my life.
You get to a point where you just gotta let the past be the past and move on.
When a devastated Blake reunited with his co-stars on The Voice, he had a shocking announcement.
From the outside, he looks like so happy. Blake's like, I gotta talk to you guys.
Hit rock bottom, just like anybody does when they go through something that devastating.
The whole world thought Blake had the perfect marriage with fellow country singer Miranda Lambert.
Music's what drew us together in the first place, but we have a lot in common outside of that, so that's why our relationship is strong.
But behind closed doors, their relationship was falling apart. Blake longed to have a family.
He told people, when I see my mom and dad with their grandkids, that's what I'm looking forward to more than anything.
But Miranda wasn't ready.
Our dogs are our children. It's just a great touring and having this rock and roll kind of lifestyle.
And as their lives kept heading in different directions, Miranda and Blake couldn't take it anymore.
We try to go no more than 2 weeks, because after that you sort of start putting up a wall.
We've had our good years, our bad years, and our really bad years.
Shelton announced his divorce from Miranda Lambert.
And one co-star in particular was brought to tears by the news.
I think I might have went white, and I was in shock because it felt like he was exposing me. And I just couldn't even get my head around it.
Blake had no idea Gwen was going through her own heartbreak.
When I came back to the show, I had this huge weight on me.
She was in hell after her split from Gavin, who allegedly cheated on her with their nanny.
I felt like such a loser, just crying my eyes out.
Blake and Gwen had never been close, but suddenly, he was the one person who understood her.
He came up to my chair for the first time he's ever walked to my chair. And I never saw him look so upset. And I was like, I gotta talk to you.
It's a miracle that I met somebody that was going through the same exact thing that I was at the exact same moment in time.
Blake says, next thing I know, I wake up and she's all I care about, and I'm wondering if she feels the same about me.
But to be there for Gwen, he needed to look back at a painful truth from his past. Blake had always been inspired by his older brother Richie.
Blake recalls hearing albums from Hank Williams and Leonard Skinner coming from his brother's bedroom across the hallway. He said, Richie loved all music, and I would be sitting there going, man, that guy's my hero.
But Blake's world came crashing down after a devastating accident.
I lost my brother in a car wreck when I was 14 years old.
Richie was in a car driven by his girlfriend. Her 3-year-old son was also in the car, and sadly, none of them were wearing seatbelts.
Heartbroken, Blake struggled to come to terms with his brother's tragic death.
Blake says, I remember picking up the phone to call him a week after he was dead. It was constantly a shock to me that he was dead.
The family gave me all of his albums. Just listened to them over and over again, made me feel like he was there. You don't ever get over something like that. You just get used to it.
And though he became a country superstar, he still wasn't ready to face his pain.
When I decided I wanted to be a country singer, my dad always told me, son, you should write a song about your brother.
Until Miranda showed him the power of emotional honesty.
Being honest, whatever I feel is on my face and out of my mouth.
Following Miranda's example, Blake faced his grief about Richie by writing a song for him.
I'm probably more proud of that song than I am of anything. That's, to me, is what I'm supposed to do as a country artist. Take a real life situation that is emotional and make it into music.
Although his relationship with Miranda didn't last, he remembered that lesson. Facing his emotions, he started writing a song about heartbreak and new love.
You get to a point where I think you just gotta, let the past be the past and move on.
Blake realized Gwen needed to do the same, so he asked her to write with him.
I was just trying to impress her just with writing a song for her, and about her. And I sent it to her literally halfway done.
Her cheating ex had destroyed her confidence, and Gwen was scared she couldn't write.
I validate myself by songwriting, or when I feel insecure about it, and it's like, oh, where did that go? Where'd that magic go?
But Blake's honesty gave her the strength she needed.
I listened to it and I was like, oh my God, I love this. And he said, write the rest of it.
We wrote the song and it means so much to us, but we were a little bit nervous about how people would receive it. It's brutally honest.
But the world embraced their honesty, sending the song to #1 on the charts, and Blake and Gwen were finally ready to move forward together.
It was one of the most magical things I've ever been a part of.
In all of this craziness that happened, like unexpected horribleness, I found a friend. It just saved me.
As they opened up and learned to trust again, they felt deeply in love.
Gwen saved my life.
I feel like you don't like me anymore.
I don't. I love you.
This is the most what I thought love was supposed to be. It's pretty magical.
And with Gwen, Blake finally found his dream family.
Do you think that Blake would be a good dad?
He is a good dad, actually. He's been helping me out a lot. It's hard. I got 3 boys.
Really missed out on a lot, you know? And so but having them around is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so much fun.
By turning his painful past into something positive, Blake was able to move beyond it.
So somewhere in that